Hey class, happy Tuesday. Dr. Doug Brown here, checking in. I hope all is well. As we set preparing for the storm, severe weather tornadoes that perhaps you've caught on the news. Lots of storms out west in Oklahoma just now entered my state, so keep an eye on those. Hoping I don't have to run to the storm shelter. Again, just checking in. Congratulate each of you for doing a great job on the discussions and the papers. I'm finishing up grading your papers from last week now. It takes a little time. I like to take a little time with those, especially those, first couple of papers, and spend some time to give you lots of feedback on those to try to help you in the future. I read them all. I don't just scan them. I do read them all, try to get some points, or get the points that you're trying to share. Make sure that you're paying close attention to that content, the main points of the material. Then we take a look at the writing, the APA, the rest of it, to try to help you with that. Sometimes it seems like maybe I'm focusing just on the APA, but that's not the case. That's just part of the process. So hopefully I'll get those back to you here as quickly as I can. Discussions graded yesterday. This week in FRS 351 Disaster Planning and Control, our discussion this week when it talks about the question one, what organization, resource, and communication problems confront the development of a community emergency operations plan. So here's the deal with that. We're not really talking about communication interoperability. That's important, but that doesn't really have anything to do with the emergency operations plan. Okay, you could argue the point that it could. Well, yeah, but in developing the plan, do we have issues with communication between different organizations within the community, whether it's the city, county, the mayor's office, the chief of police, the fire chief? That's really the communication. Where are those? What's that disconnect with communication? What's the disconnect between the different department heads, agencies, the public, the state? Is there a disconnect? What things can we identify that we can do better because there's a disconnect? Now I know a couple of you so far have talked about interoperability. That's fine, but that's not the main focus. Is it possible that interoperability is an issue and it can cause problems with communication? Yes, it could. But even if we have an interoperability issue, we should be able to develop a plan, a community emergency operations plan, one that's comprehensive, using the templates that we receive from the state as well as the federal government. So we ought to be able to do that, and it's our job as emergency managers to have some sort of a contingency if we have an interoperability problem. And that's working with the state, working with our regional partners to bring in sows and cows, that cellular on wheel, system on wheel, so that we can communicate and have those problems addressed when dealing with interoperability. So just take a look at that if you don't mind. Our second question, which agencies, local, regional, or national, are designated in your community's disaster plan as resources? Remember, there's a difference between resources and assets. So don't really focus so much on that right now. Not such a big deal, but who can you reach out to? Which agencies can you reach out to? Remember, we should have those regional partnerships, local partnerships, regional partnerships, and then within the state, because we talk about local, regional, national. One thing that we don't discuss a great deal here is the EMAC, the Emergency Management Assistance Compact between different states, etc. So different jurisdictions, especially the different states and territories. So you might consider that EMAC, especially pulling up the EMAC for the state you live in, Massachusetts, etc., Georgia, wherever you're from, and taking a look at those EMAC agreements. They all pretty standardized between the different states. The thing to keep in mind is you don't have to have a Stafford Act declared or Stafford Act disaster for EMAC to kick in. It can be used outside of the Stafford Act disaster. So just keep that in mind. That's the whole purpose of EMAC, is so that we can all work together without there being any concerns with, for pay or liability, that sort of thing. So make sure that you consider the Emergency Management Assistance Compact when you look at those as well. So a lot of stuff to do this week. Look at those tips that I sent out. Use my feedback that I'm giving you in the written papers if you don't mind, and of course reach out, let me know if you need anything whatsoever, and I will try to help you. Do not hesitate. There's nothing, no question that's too large or too small. I'm always willing to go that extra mile to try to help you if I possibly can. Now, I know I've always told you reach out whenever it's best for you. I'll try to get back to you within 24 hours, certainly faster if I possibly can. And I don't care when you call or text or whatever. If you're at the firehouse or wherever, I don't even care if you're at the bar, whatever, and you have a question and you need some help, I want you to send me a text or call me, and I'll do my best to help you as soon as I possibly can. And if not, I will definitely get back to you as quickly as possible, because I work all the time. And I like working with students. I like trying to help you. Let's see. Again, look at the tips. It's been about 7 minutes. I know you're tired of hearing me ramble. Hopefully just a few things to help you as we explore some of the different planning processes and things that are related to Community Emergency Operations Plan. Have a great week. If you need me, give me a call. I'm going to go back and watch the storms. Keep rocking and don't give up. I'm here for you. I got you. You're doing a great job. And I want you to know that I'm proud of all of you. You really do a great job. You're giving it your all. You're giving it 110%, etc. Oh, do me a favor. If you're going out of town, it's summertime. I know some of you have reached out to me, sent me a text, called, email, and said, hey, man, I had this booked. Don't sweat the small stuff. You can work ahead. I'll let you turn in late. I don't normally do that. Cut you a little slack in the summertime, because I understand, your family wants to be doing things, and you're taking a class because you need to be taking a class. You need to get forward. So I'm going to work with you on that. Don't worry about it. Just send me an email. Let me know what's going on so I don't, so I can take that zero out. Keep rocking. Have a great week. If you need me, let me know.